Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Blizzcon, as across the next 2 days, we are going to crown ourselves champion.
Well, we really mean it this time, because this has been the best year of StarCraft, and we have been doing this for 20 years now.
Oh, absolutely. That's what these pylons are going to help him out with. The boost on him, but there are 6 Stalkers done. He guns down the medevac, lands 1 miner, gets absolutely no damage. The cleanest defense, and he catches the Liberator. SOS is all over Maru. That main of Maru, he doesn't have a natural yet. Nothing in the middle line. No reaction from SOS. Maru's about to get a bunch of probes here. Oh, man. 12 probes go down just like that.
This might force SOS to commit for an attack here. Maru's fully aware of that, knowing that all the damage that he did was crucial.
Ooh. Guns down 1 Cyclone. Good start there for SOS. He can always blink to escape, but he's going deeper here into the main of Maru. Jumps on top of that Cyclone, guns it down, takes the Marine out as well. And while Maru is ahead in SCVs, that might be changing in a second here. GG! There's nothing more infuriating than a correct Artosis. Very early probe here from SOS, and he's dropping a Forge!
Warcraft 3 Reforged was announced earlier. He's going for his own Forge. He's gonna force the command center to fly away already here, because mining was about to be prevented.
The Stalkers pick it off out of the ground. Maru picking up his base again to try and go somewhere else. Repairing with that with those SCVs on that Cyclone. He actually doesn't have a ton of minerals to continue these repairs, and he just has to tap out. GG SOS. Maru's push looking a little bit scary. A lot of those Stalkers are already softened up. Goes for the siege tech, picks it off. Can the Cyclones punish SOS? Does Maru have enough DPS? It doesn't look like it. SOS gunning down these units, the SCVs for that mass repair, but SOS can warp in another round of units here shortly. That Banshee picking up some probes in the back line. The Stalkers get rid of the Banshee though, and the SCVs have nothing left to heal. Here he comes, charges done, the Zealots getting in there, the bunkers are not complete. He guns down 1 of the siege tanks, and the second one trying to get mass repaired. Another Banshee pops out, a second tank from Maru here on the high ground, trying to fight back. Can he hold on? SOS is bullying through here.
Yeah, and the War Prism is gonna help reinforce straight into the fight as well.
Oh no! The big upset here is SOS gets into the main, and GG just like that.
And indeed, he has a new nickname coined.
It's official.
It is official now. I mean, he's looking so good. And
if Special gets the Nexus, I would say that's good enough, because he's got a command center going up at home as well.
That's a really huge pickoff. And now the Stalkers are going to blink onto the tanks. He gets one of the south side of the Marines with that Cyclone unloading, and he gets rid of both siege tanks. Now Special is going to focus fire.
Oh
the
my
Nexus.
goodness.
Really good pickoff here, delaying the economy of the Protoss. That Immortal on the south side should be able to push the rest of this away, but maybe he's going to get it. The Stalkers aren't next to it anymore. The Cyclone getting that high damage output in. It's so close. Bakes into the shield battery at the last possible second with 3 hit points in a dream. Block the pathing, prevent the surround as easily from the Zealots. He has a couple of Widow Mines mixed in here too, and now he's going to kite back. We see a huge splash damage from the mines going on to those Zealots. They're going to continue to push forward with those 2-2 upgrades. Special loaded up one of his medevacs on accident during the course of this fight, but even with the Guardian Shield, he's pulling the SCVs now. They're trying to overwhelm this. That War Prism is going to be so crucial. Huge wave of Zealots getting added to this, but is it going to be enough? The Marines have held strong so far. He has not been able to get on top of the Bio-Army. Reinforcements come out of the main base of Special, and he is going to overwhelm this attack.
Just keep defending, because you're doing great.
Yeah, needs to siege up these Liberators now. The Planetary Fortress is on the way. Positioning his army a bit in that pocket corner is going to be hard to get away from the Liberators. Needs to focus those down with the Stalkers, but with all of this support from Special's army, he's doing a good job of blasting down a lot of this. That Planetary is about to finish up and give a huge boost in the damage to this army for Special. And we can see now the Zealots are all gone. Immortal's going to be picked up at the last moment by that Prism, and that means the Stalkers will die, and Special will hold with a higher supply.
It's a little bit scary, because he has lost insane amount of units this game.
So close.
But Nate, you as the Terran player knows that it takes a long time for a single Cyclone to take care of an Oracle.
I believe it takes the full duration of that lock-on, which is a very long time. So putting the SCVs on the repairs says, okay, if you want to try to focus those down, you can go for it. But in the meantime, actually doesn't really take too much damage, gets all things said and done, and then as I said, it takes a really long time. And Special is putting himself in a very awkward spot.
The pylon? I would go for the pylon probably here, right?
Okay, he's going to force the recall. This is a really important moment. If he's able to get that, the Immortal's not out! And it's just Cyclones versus Stalkers, and maybe a probe or two here. As another pylon's about to finish, the Immortal will be out in just a little bit of time, but has he gotten enough damage? And if he focus fires it, the Cyclones take a lot from it, but they can kill it quickly too, and he's gonna get the Immortal. SCV's repairing everything that they can. The probe's been pulled off the line to try and shut this down. Only 3 Cyclones remain. More Stalkers getting warped in, and it looks like Special's army will finally be routed. Oh, well, he's just going to poke towards the front of the ramp. The Viking is still nice to try and bully away these air units, but he's going to land it. No, the stasis trap! No!
Well, at least it's a force field, so the rest of the army is safe.
Guys, just wait. It's fine. They can't get... I can't move, but they can't get through me to you. It's going to focus down that stasis ward, and we do have 2 shield batteries rejuvenating the defensive capabilities of these Protoss units, but so many Cyclones are going to get up front and start blasting away at this Protoss. We have tons of SCVs repairing. Special is starting to carve through the Protoss core of defense, and now the next battery taken down. He's pushed them all the way to the natural. Widow Mines are coming up towards the front. He's still got the landed Viking as well.
The problem is he's losing more and more SCVs at home. 2 Oracles and a Phoenix has showed up in the main base. Stats is going to try to fight here on the low ground. I almost feel that maybe Stats could have just gone to the high ground for a bit. He wants to fight with the pros, but the DPS is too high. That's too many Cyclones.
Considering everything that's going on across the other side of the map, not bad. These Disruptors do get some nice shots off, though. Boy, and now we've got Liberators sieged up on the 3rd base. This Liberator's going over towards the natural. It's going to look like force a couple of defensive warpins. We'll still get a Stalker kill there, and the probes.
Oh my
goodness, hits the 4th base at the same time, and he's going to be able to snipe it. Earlier macro game at least, and the recall. 1 Viking boy, not enough.
The Marine drop here as well. Now, this is all to draw attention away from this big attack on the high ground over here right now.
Oh my god, a huge spread of siege tanks and an anti-armor missile comes down. TY shredding through this army right now. Rogue starting to push forward, throwing down his biles, but so few are connecting.
So many siege tank shots have come down, and now these Ravagers are going to be cleaned up, and that's it. GG.
Maybe throw down like a creep tomb or something, but I'd be very surprised if he can break through.
Okay, he's going to go ahead and try to take out these SCVs, but of course they can retreat very easily behind the wall, and 1 bunker being salvaged. The Marine does hop into the bunker adjacent to that. 2 more Marines to enter in here. SCVs trying to repair. Looks like that 2nd bunker will be going down as well.
Yeah, but the hatchery ends up falling right here. Uh-oh, this is going to be hard for TY to hold. Let's see if he can do it. Coming up, getting ready to prepare this reactor as it finishes up, but it is too late, and he breaks it down immediately, getting in on top of these SCVs. More SCVs being pulled up. He has to hold this bunker.
And that's it, GG. Okay, here come those SCVs now. It's the same build you guys saw before. It's the 3 SCVs. You can't, I believe, quite make a full wall no matter how you do it here. So this time around, Rogue has a different answer because it can't be blocked with 3 bunkers. So he's sending Lings and drones right up here, and he's going to try to actually fight this at the source.
Oh, great micro here by Rogue, getting up on top of these Marines, trying to get a surround up. More drones coming in. The Lings dealing huge amounts of damage. TY microing his heart out, but is he going to be able to keep some Marines alive?
Okay, he's driven that back. Now these drones are going to go over and start mining from that hatchery that's finished up. The Lings have surrounded the bunker. I don't believe this SCV can repair this in time. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. The Marines are going to come forward here. The drones have to block that path off.
Oh, the SCVs microing perfectly here as well, but the drones trying to drill through, trying to get on top of these Marines. But as more Marines come in, Rogue has to be very careful. Now look at this, a bunch of Marines coming up, going after an Evolution Chamber, and oh my god, he gets it, but just after, well, another one on the way.
This is the last base that Rogue has.
Yeah, he's got to try to keep this one alive for sure. You're right about that. The Banelings rolling in. The Marauders slowing them down so much that some of them do connect, but still enough left that that hatchery is under danger.
And even though these mutas have done so much damage, if this hatchery is taken out, there's really not much left, but a beautiful save there by Rogue. Again, Zerk got his expansions up. TY's got his. The game could have ended earlier had anybody fully succeeded on that. And a nice little attack in here. It looks like Rogue's going to try to come in here and snipe this command center.
Yeah, some great parasitic bombs going down. A lot of damage done to this air army. The mutas fly back in with anti-armor missiles on them, and the Lings continue to fight through. Oh my god, just a brutal fights on both sides.
Another nuke is fired off here. Looks like Rogue is finally ready to try to strike back. He's pushing forward with so many Banelings. The Ghost's still on the run over here.
Such an important moment. Those Banelings starting to connect. A beautiful play coming out of Rogue while he continues to march forward. So few Ghosts left to deal with these Broodlords. If he can break this one final army, he can still win this game. Down goes the anti-armor missile, and here he goes.
He's coming in right now. So much damage coming down on these Corruptors. The only thing that's can actually protect the Broodlords. And TY fights back. Rogue is on the run.
Just crazy play here by TY. He kills all of the Corruptors, and the Liberators will clean up. GG.
And this can do a lot of damage here, what TY's throwing it at Rogue's face.
You are certainly right about that. There are a lot of drones out here that could get fried. He's going to show the medevac towards the main base. This should draw units up there. And then oh my god, look at this. Those two queens trying to wait for this. Oh, here he goes, roasting the drones.
He came into that beautiful angle there, and 9 drones were killed.
Pulling back, he's got to keep this third base alive, but it looks like he won't.
TY, as his hatchery is so low, it looks like it might be taken out. But as the attack comes in, more roaches and raptors trying to come in here and surround these tanks. So many stim marines continue to be microed. It's almost only just ravagers left.
A lot of biles have hit. The siege tank count is almost done for, and Rogue holds.
Now Rogue's gonna hit from 2 angles. There's one here at the bottom that's gonna come up here as well. He's coming in here now. The biles have been fired out, and TY is hoping to. TY is gonna try to hold this, but Rogue may end up swamping him.
Some very nice splits here by TY. A lot of siege tanks left alive, but so many biles. This flank from Rogue is overwhelming, and it looks like that could be it. GG.
Ooh, and this statement, guys, like,
Absolutely.
if this were another context, I would take out my phone and start screaming Wall Star, because Dark is definitely calling Cyril out on this one. He thinks he's the weakest player among the 3.
Here's the actual damage of that attack. That attack that we just saw was not much, but here, this hatchery could very well go down. The Roaches gonna try to stop them. They're shooting as best they can, but it won't be in time as the hatchery is sniped.
He needs to overwhelm these Corruptors or Cyril is toast.
He has to win the air battle, and he has to win it significantly. I don't know if he has the ability to do that. The Queen's pulling in, trying to help, but there's so many roaches here. They're gonna kill that base for free. They're gonna kill the Queens, and the few mutas that pull back do not have the DPS to stop this. Dark rolls in with the roaches and is gonna be able to pull away with a massive lead. Unless these Lings can find something, but I just don't see it happening.
I mean, that's just too many roaches with the +2. They're two-shotting those Zerglings. The mutas here trying to gather up, but the micro from Dark has been very good. He's finally looking like he's being overwhelmed by the mutas, but the roaches are in the mineral lines. They've already taken out the 4th, the 3rd, and the natural under siege. Cyril here overwhelmed by the Corruptor roach push, it seems. He might barely hang on, but he's taken a ton of damage.
He's taken a ton of damage. He's dealt it on the other side. They're actually equal in workers. And if he wins the air battle, that's it. Rebuilding Corruptors is just not something he can really do.
He wants to get on top of these defenses early on. The Zergling's going to try and focus down the Nidus Worm. It's going to fall.
It does fall. The drone's going to try to block up some space here. The Queens and Roaches of Cyril's come out. They're on top of this small force. And a lot of drones are dying, but there was a pretty significant worker lead for Cyril, so he's going to push this back. The Queens are trapped. The Roaches are getting the damage in, and that attack is pushed back.
He's played some incredible late game ZVZs, but Cyril trying to force the way through. The Lurker went down to the front. There's no Lurkers defending the hatchery. It's exposed. The Vipers are coming out, but they're not going to get there in time. The hatchery goes down, but blinding clouds. Dark trying to get some revenge, abducts a few Lurkers in to their death. And the Lurkers moving forwards. Roaches and Hydras coming up for Dark. Cyril immediately remaxing, adding his own Vipers.
Wow, Cyril's going to actually outposition Dark here and try to take a massive lead. He's up in army and workers. The 4th and 5th base do die on the left side, and he's taking a fight over here. And even if this does get cleaned up, which it looks like it will,
he's just relentless. He keeps coming back in, even on the left-hand side once again. He just keeps rallying across this map. He's adding in a single swarm host there. I think that's the hotkey misclick that we see many times in the late game.
It's the cheerleader. It's the end game cheerleaders. Like, you know what? It's my time to come out here and cheer for you. The economy for you. He doesn't have the. Oh, wow. Okay. That's you know what? He runs a tight ship over there.
Cyril has such attention to detail. He realizes what his opponent's up against, and there we go. 9 drones go down to the Baneling drop.
And there's a big pinch fight happening now on top of the Lurkers.
Oh, there's still 3 Lurkers on the south side, though, from Cyril. They're doing huge damage. One in the center survives on red hit points. It dishes out a lot of splash. Dark manages to break the position, but that was only a section of Cyril's army. Actually, Cyril's Hydra's coming in. Rather fragile units here. This fight might be an overextension. Indeed, it is.
We're going to get set up and good to go for StarCraft Remastered. Join us after the break as Last goes up against Rain.